Right now, terrorists are plotting to assassinate a presidential candidate. My wife and daughter have been targeted, and people that I work with may be involved in both. I'm Federal Agent Jack Bauer, and today is the longest day of my life.
Scotty doesn't know that Fiona and me do it in my van every Sunday. She tells him she's in church, but she doesn't go. Still she's on her knees, and Scotty doesn't know. Oh, Scotty doesn't know. So don't tell Scotty. Scotty doesn't know. Scotty doesn't know. So don't tell Scotty. Fiona says she's out.
Welcome to the Nightmare with ScottyVia, everybody. I am your host, ScottyVia. With me, as always, Stetts. How you doing, brother?
I'm awesome possum.
Yes. Date Night is not with us this week. He will be back next week. We'll let him explain when he comes back next week. But we'll just say, we love you, buddy. We're here for you if you need anything, of course. Can't wait to talk to you next week, as well as our listeners.
We're thinking of you.
Can't wait to get you back on the show, buddy.
Yeah.
How you doing, pal?
Good, man. Had a nice long weekend.
Did you?
Yeah. You?
I did. I had about 5 days off of work.
Oh, I had 4.
Oh, look at you. Did you have the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday?
I had the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I love having Mondays off.
It's nice. It's great. Beautiful weather out, so I took the dog for a walk that day.
Nice.
Yeah.
You had 4 fun-filled days off. What did you do, buddy?
Oh, man. What did I do? What didn't I do? I watched,
wow.
I watched X-Men to get caught up for the new X-Men movie coming
Nice.
out.
Something I want to do as well.
Watched Amazing Spider-Man to get caught up for a new Spider-Man coming out.
I need to do that as well.
I played some vids.
What'd you play?
Oh, what did I play? I played some Madden.
Nice.
I played some Catan on my PlayStation, a download
okay.
game. Yeah, like a little board game action, a little bit of a nerd action there.
Yeah.
I took some games in and traded it in for the PS4 version of MLB The Show. So I'm pumped about that. They really amped up the graphics. It's supposed to be, virtually you're in the game. So
Yeah.
I can't wait to create myself.
Oh, God. MLB The Show is the reason I got a PS3.
Yeah.
Along with it being a Blu-ray player, it's one of the greatest sports games ever made.
It absolutely is. The franchise mode is so incredibly deep and so well detailed. It just amazing.
Yeah.
Well, Halo is the reason why I got an Xbox, so 360. So that's what I did. So it's just it's unique that one game will do that for you.
Yeah, man. It sells systems.
Yeah.
Each one has its own little. This is a system seller.
Yeah.
So I think Xbox One's Titanfall is doing that for that system. So
Watch Dogs comes out at the end of May, so I'm pumped about that. Just saw another trailer for it. So
yeah, good old friend of the show, Kote. He's predicting a flop with that game.
Oh, really?
He's predicting it's going to be a flop, so I'm interested to see how it turns out.
Yeah.
I think it looks badass.
Yeah, it looks super awesome.
Yeah.
Did some Easter festivities, family, supper and stuff like that. Went and bought the day after Easter chocolates discounted.
Oh, I forgot.
Fuck. Well, all the Walmarts are sold out apparently. So I was listening to a local radio station, and this lady was talking about it. And so I was like, oh, well, I'll just stop my drive that way. And I came to Shoppers, and bam.
Nice.
Yes.
I think Shoppers is a forgotten one. Everyone hits up Walmart right away. They usually hit up like the Safeways or whatever.
Yeah.
But Shoppers is always like last on the list. I'm going to
is.
try and hit up Extra Foods later.
Well, Shoppers is 24 hours, so and
that's
there's only
right.
3 older women there, and they were just looking and smiling as I was picking up eggs. I'm like,
Nice.
yeah, who can turn down $12.99 chocolate for $3.99?
Exactly, right?
Yeah. I'll take that.
Absolutely.
75% off.
Any day.
Yeah.
Any day.
That's about it. Laundry. Yeah, it's a regular, fun-filled, boring, routine weekend.
Sounds relaxing to me, man. That's what matters.
I had baseball practice indoors. That was for 2 hours, so rocked some BP.
I saw
batting
some
practice.
pictures of you taking some hacks. Is
some
that what they
hacks,
say?
yeah.
I heard Charlie Sheen say that
some
one.
cuts. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They look good. The pictures look good.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Look like you're fucking leaning into those hits.
Those were a couple of weeks ago, actually, those pictures, but I just put them up now.
Nice.
Yeah. Perfecting my swing. I've got a couple of guys on the team that have played some college ball, and so taking some feedback from them. And
Oh, sweet.
yeah, it's awesome.
I always wish I had my own like hockey card.
Yeah.
Even if I was in street hockey or whatever, right? And I always played goalie because I love goalies. Just making a sick save. Do you do that with baseball sometimes. You see a sweet picture, I'm like, man, that'd make a great baseball card.
Yeah. Well, there's an app on my iPhone that I have. It creates pictures, baseball pictures or baseball cards. If you check out Gary's Twitter account, his profile picture is him, and it's in the baseball card. So you must have the same app as well.
No, I didn't know that.
How observant.
I'm an egotistical dick, so I don't care about other people.
So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make a ball card up and hand it out to mom and stuff like that.
That's so awesome.
Everybody should have a card, or
I think
an
so.
action figure, or whatever.
When I was a kid, I don't know. I played hockey as a kid for like 2 years, and then after a certain age group, your parents couldn't come into the locker room to tie your skates, and I still didn't know how to tie my skates tight enough or properly, and it terrified me. And I didn't know that you could ask your coach to tie the skates. I just thought I was on my own. It scared me so much I quit hockey.
Oh, wow.
That was literally my hockey career, and I love hockey, but I was super shy as a kid. I'm still super shy now, except for behind this little microphone here. But, terrified me. Wow. And then I come to find out, like, as a teenager, my buddy Warren said, well, fuck, I had my coaches tie my skates for another 2 years before I could figure out or get them tight enough. I'm like, what? This is crushing my whole childhood. Wow.
Could have kept going on.
I could have. I could have been an all-star.
Could have, would have, should have.
Yeah.
Small town Sask. Everybody goes up to play in the dub or the Chell.
Yeah. Well, about 16 or 17, me and, again, my buddy Warren, we played for the local men's I think it was it was like almost like an adult save league, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
There was no contact and no slap shots. Your stick couldn't come above your ankle, and it was basically just all the old timers that couldn't play on the actual men's senior team.
Yeah.
So how that started was my older brother and my cousin. They asked them to run the clock once, so they ran the clock and they did a good enough job, and so every weekend my brother and my cousin were running the clock and keeping score and all that stuff, right? Well, the one night they got a little too liquored up.
Uh-oh.
And when my brother's liquored up, he likes to sing. So he grabs the microphone and pretends to sing, but my cousin had flicked the microphone on, so my brother is singing to the arena, hammered drunk, just fucking hammered throughout an entire period. So they got told they couldn't do that anymore. So they asked me and Warren to do it. We said, yeah, we'll do it. We did that for a while. We actually did a tournament for them. They had a weekend-long tournament, so we were there from like 8 in the morning till like 8 at night, just running the clock and playing music and all that shit. And we got free food out of it, which was great.
Nice.
And then 2 weeks after that, some guys didn't show up, and they didn't have enough guys. They needed 2 more guys. And so the coach at the time, everyone called him Snuffy, said, can you guys play hockey? Do you got equipment? And Warren was still playing hockey, yeah, and I could kind of piece together from my brother's stuff and my cousin's stuff and Warren's stuff. I'm like, yeah, fuck, I'll do it. So we played for a season or almost a full season with them, and it was the greatest thing ever. To play hockey with like guys that are way older than you, that I grew up watching playing the senior team, was just fucking rad. So that was my hockey career, and I found out that a lot of people that are in my small town are fucking dicks. Oh. So there's this one guy, I'll just make this quick. There's this one guy who's just a piece of shit. He'll hook you in your balls. He'll hack at you. Me and Warren go out for our first play, and he was mad that we were playing because we were a lot younger, and they knew Warren was a really, really good hockey player. So they win the draw. His first shot is at my head.
Wow.
Just snaps it right at my head. And I was wearing a visor, but it came like across my face, like my teeth. And I just barely got out of the way, and he stared me down. I said, you want to fucking go? I challenged him to a fight right there. So I knew he was a dick to begin with, and people had warned me about him. And he just kind of laughed it off, but I wanted to fight him so fucking bad. He's a piece of shit. I don't fucking like that guy. Not going to fucking say his name, but fuck him.
He can eat a bag of dicks.
Yeah. A supersized bag of dicks. You dick eater. My weekend was good.
Yeah. You had the Little Miss with you?
Well, I did eventually, but my weekend starts on the Wednesday of last week.
Oh, yeah.
I posted the show on Tuesday, not on Wednesday last week, because I was off for the week, so I wasn't going to be in a building where I had all the equipment. So I said, I'm going to post the show a day early because I'm just going to relax for the next 5 days. I'd like to thank all of you that listened. We had a lot more listeners this week than we did the week before, so I'm very happy and thankful. I know we had some new listeners.
Oh, you get to see that?
I get to see how many numbers we have, but I've got feedback from some people, right?
Ooh.
A couple things.
Uh-oh.
This one listener was back home with their family, listening to the podcast, and her mother had come in as she's listening to the podcast, and of course I'm
You're swearing.
I swear a lot.
Swearing. Sorry, I dropped the G. Yeah.
I swear a lot. So, and I guess they're a very reserved, old school family where hey, no swearing around. So I got that feedback, but I thought it was kind of funny. I kind of felt bad, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
we're all adults. And then a new listener who was also back home. I believe she was at her grandparents'.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
She was listening, and apparently she heard the part. Gary was talking about his girl problems, and if they'd hooked up, and he hesitated, and that's when I said, that means he blew a load on her face.
Yes.
So apparently she heard that. I guess didn't respond well. So
the older person or
no, the grandparent.
Oh, the grandparent
was just, I guess, a little. What the fuck
miffed.
are you listening to? So I will apologize for being insensitive for when you heard those comments. I won't apologize for saying them, but I'll just apologize for you hearing insensitive comments. So I apologize for that. But thanks for listening, new listeners. Okay, so my weekend, Wednesday, take the day off. My buddy Kyle, we got tickets to Avenged Sevenfold in the Jaw. Super, super stoked for this. So I have the day off work, so I just played some Xbox, cleaned up a bit because I knew Kyle was coming to hang out for a bit. We hang out and talk for a couple hours, go for supper. We went to Earl's.
Yeah.
So yeah, we chat, and then we're like, well, fuck, the doors open at 6, so we got to book it. So we book it up to the Jaw. It's funny because as we're going, cars are passing us at a pretty high speed, but you can obviously see into the cars, and you could tell who's going to this concert. Bunch of greasy skids, basically.
Say, like, are they like super teased hair and?
For the most part, they're pretty greasy people. So we were laughing. We're also listening to some old school tunes, man. Me and Kyle, we grew up together. We went to high school together in a different town that we grew up in. So a lot of times he just picked me up and we'd go in this car instead of taking the bus, or he'd drive me home. So just a lot of memories. So he had kind of had some music ready to go. I'm like, fuck, man, I haven't heard this song in forever. And it just was amazing. A lot of great memories, some old memories that I had forgotten about. Was amazing. So it was great. We get to the show a little early. I mean, the doors open at 6, and then I don't believe anybody showed up on stage until about 7.
Did you buy any merch?
No. The plan was to buy merch, but we get in there, and the merch line was insane. Just too insane and too compacted. Like it
Probably because people in Moose Jaw couldn't count, so it's hard to, give change.
Yes. Actually, I got a fucking funny story about that. We skipped the merch table because there's so many people, and they were crowding like from the tables to the doors that we were trying to get in. We just said, fuck it. So we figured we'll cut a couple laps. And I'm like, well, let's get a drink before the show starts, and we sit down. I'm not a drinker.
Yeah. So no wobbly pop.
No, I just, you know what? It could be a long night, a fun night.
Yeah.
But a lot of standing and whatnot. I'm just gonna get a bottle of water.
You just want to enjoy it. You don't
exactly right.
Yeah.
Kyle was the same way. He's like, you know what? I'll get a water. I'm like, well, you just paid $80 for our meal. I got the waters, buddy. So I'm just, hey, 2 waters, and the guy goes $11.50.
Whoa.
Holy fuck. But I'm like, well, maybe things are marked up because it's a concert and a lot of people are going to be here, so I just give him $11.50. So he gives me my change, and Kyle's like, what? How come the sign says it's $2.50 for a bottle of water? And the guy's like, oh, I just charge you for booze. Well, I didn't buy booze, buddy. I bought waters. And he's like, oh, okay. So then he's looking around for his supervisor, looking everywhere, and there's a lineup forming behind us. I'm like, fuck, like, just fucking let's do this. I'm like, just give me $3 back, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Just give me $3. He's like, no. So he's calling. I said, fuck it, keep it. You just got 2 waters for $11.50 or fucking whatever. This is dumb. Yeah. So the supervisor comes over as we're leaving. She's like, no, I can fix it. I'm like, it's too. Don't fucking worry about it. Just hand these people. I apologize to the people for the delay because this guy fucking charged me beer money for a couple of bottles of water that we couldn't even keep in the bottle. They had to put it in like a cup because they didn't allow any types of bottles.
Yeah, I don't want to be thrown at people.
I guess because we look like hooligans. So we're sitting in the bowl, like in the hockey seats.
Okay.
The floor is completely, it's just all standing.
Okay.
The bowl is pretty empty. I mean, it's still opening band.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of the opening band. I'd never heard of them, called the Adrenaline Mob. First of all, super corny name.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah. So I'm like, whatever, this is going to be weak. And I was right. Every song that they had was corny. Like, it was like, feel the adrenaline and come on, get up. I'm like, come on, man. Like, really? Like, you can't.
Well, they're trying to amp the crowd. They're trying to get everybody up for a
They're all
bench.
gimmick songs, though. I mean, there's not a whole lot of effort into making a good enough song to get a response from the people. Like, hey, that's a good song. Instead of you're trying to write a catchy little lyric that you're going to repeat 6 times before you go on to the next set of lyrics.
Yeah.
It was super lame. I wasn't a fan of it.
Okay.
After that was Hell Yeah. Fucking love them.
Yeah, I hear they rock. Part of the fun.
Yeah. The lead singer, I don't know if you heard of the group called Mudvayne.
Yep.
He's from that band, and he's just got like the wickedest voice. Super wicked. And he can scream, but I don't like to call it screaming because it's technically the way he sings, but a lot of people would call it screaming. But
Screamo.
yeah, right? I love it. I just thought it was great. As Hell Yeah was the second band, more people are starting to filter in, and part of going to a concert is people watching.
Of course. That's
Which is
a lot of fun.
Yes, I was actually saying to Kyle, man, it's kind of like 50-50. 50 for the concert and 50 to watch white trash, basically.
You can't pay enough to see some of the people that walk through those doors.
Oh, my God, right?
I would pay more money.
Yeah, right? And we were kind of excited about that. I love people watching. So more people are filtering in. And plus, I'm a single dude.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see hot chicks.
Yeah. You never know when your opportunity is going to strike.
Exactly, right? We're at a rock show, so there's obviously the common bond already. I will say that I sat next to, when me and Kyle went and found our seats, it was still pretty empty. I sat next to a beautiful woman who sat next to her boyfriend. But they were cool. We actually chatted with them a little bit. They were cool. So Hell Yeah is going on. The place started to fill up more. Still kind of bummed out about the ladies, like as you're looking around. There's a guy behind me and Kyle. All through Adrenaline Mob and all through Hell Yeah, the guy was just rocking, like raging hard, singing every word to every song.
Wow.
I was like, man, this guy's a super fan. Awesome.
Listen to the CDs on the way up.
Yeah.
Or at his home.
So at the intermission between Hell Yeah and Avenged Sevenfold, they're changing the stage and the set, obviously. The guy goes, well, I'm going to go to the bathroom and do some blow. Oh, fuck. All right, buddy. So he gets up and takes off. And, pretty much at this time, everyone's coming in.
Yeah.
And obviously, again, I'm looking around, scoping the place out. Seats are filling up in front of us, behind us, beside us, whatever. We probably had the hottest women sitting right around us, which was great.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So I was happy with that. Avenged comes on. They have a massive stage compared to the other two bands. The other two bands just had like their setup and then like a black curtain and their logo on the black curtain.
Okay.
Avenged has like a stage. They come on, the place goes fucking nuts. The floor, mosh pitting, which is great. Love to see it.
Lots of energy.
Lots of energy. The crowd is really into it. Where we live here in the Queen City, unless it's a Rider game, crowds suck. I will, until I see differently, everything I've been to, hockey, concerts, comedians, they all fucking suck. They all sit on their hands. They don't enjoy themselves. Although my sister went to a country concert this week, and she said it was the exact opposite. So maybe it's just something else.
Florida Georgia line.
She was there. Were you there?
No, I wanted to go.
Yeah.
They're more hip hop country. They're more
A
pop.
little bit, yeah.
They're more pop country.
But so yeah, Avenged comes on, and this is what I hate about myself. I just remember the experience, but I don't remember details like what songs they played and in what order or whatever. And this time I wish I did. I know they played The Nightmare, and I know they played my favorite song of theirs, even though it's the newer one. It's still one of my favorite songs, Hail to the King.
Hail to the King.
love that fucking song. They played it, and then the place went fucking nuts. The crowd was chanting along. People were standing. Hell Yeah gave everyone shit that was sitting. Said this is a fucking metal show, and no one's allowed to sit at the metal show. We're not starting the next song until everyone's on their fucking feet, which I loved, calling everybody out. And we were including one of them because it was just, our section just sat, which is really weird. So it's like you don't, it's stupid, but you don't want to be the only person standing.
Well, here's my thoughts in seeing many concerts. Is the floor is where you stand, and the bowl seats and everything else is for you, because you didn't want to get the floor seats.
Yeah.
You couldn't afford it because unfortunately they are pricey. I mean, I've done that a lot because, I can't afford a lot of the floor seats.
Yeah.
I pay three times the price to see the exact same show.
Exactly.
Maybe I'm going to catch sweat or something. Like, I don't know. Anyways,
super weird.
Or, because you don't want to sit down. Or you don't want to stand.
You don't want to stand.
So that's what I think a lot of people sit in the bowl.
Yeah, which is understandable. Man, like 3 rows behind us, there was, I'm going to say the kid was 5 years old. I was like, wow, that's a loud show to bring and I looked back a few times and I didn't see headphones on him.
Maybe he had like little ear plugs.
Maybe. I hope so, because it was fucking loud.
Those are rockin' parents.
Yeah, right? Or shitty. I don't know.
I've got the set list here.
Yeah, do it up.
So they start with a little Back in Black, AC/DC.
They did. Like in between set changes, they had just music nice and low. It was almost like a cue. Hey, everybody, the band's coming up next. As soon as Back in Black came on,
and then they opened
cranked
with
it up.
Shepherd of Fire.
Oh, God, so good. They had fire and everything.
Critical Acclaim was the next one. Welcome to the Family.
Oh, man, people love that song.
Hail to the King.
Love that fucking song.
Doing Time.
Yep.
Buried Alive. Fiction. Nightmare.
So good.
Afterlife.
Yes.
Guitar solo.
Oh, man, that guitar solo was sick.
Yeah.
Super sick. Everyone in the band, I'm sure, just went and had waters and kind of like a Red Bull or whatever.
Do a little line or whatever.
The one guitar guy just sat out there and just, it's almost like he was like, I'll kill time for you guys. Not a problem. And he just fucking wailed on it.
Rock out.
Yeah.
Bat Country.
Yep.
This Means War. Last quote unquote song was Almost Easy. And then they did an encore. They came out for Unholy Confessions.
Yes. It was an amazing concert.
14 songs. That's pretty decent, actually.
Yeah,
well,
man.
If you include the guitar solo as a song. Yeah, 14. Yeah. Any interaction with the crowd? Little stories like, hey, we're from so-and-so.
No, they were very good. That like both bands, Adrenaline Mob said, hey, are you guys ready for Hell Yeah? These guys kick ass. And then they thanked Avenged for letting them come on the tour.
Yeah.
Hell Yeah said, how about Adrenaline Mob? Are you ready for Avenged? Thanked them for coming on tour. Avenged said, thanks for Hell Yeah, and Adrenaline Mob for coming on with us. The one song was like a tribute to the drummer that had died 5 years ago.
Okay.
And I guess they do a different song every show or whatever. They pick a different song every show just because, it was obviously a hard time for them. And so that was really cool. And anytime, like, Hail to the King, they said, we need you to know one word, Hail. And people were chanting and pumping their fists. And fuck, there's another song. This Means War.
Yeah.
That was it too. So yeah, they were awesome. They were really, really awesome. They said it was awesome that they were coming to a new town like Moose Jaw where they'd never been. They said, we've been to Regina before. And then the lead singer, you could tell he was staying away from the obvious joke.
Yeah.
But then one of his guitar players kind of said a joke. He's like, man, I was trying to stay away from the obvious joke. It was pretty good.
Cool.
But then he asked who was from Moose Jaw, who was from Regina, if this was your first concert, if you've seen him before. Like, they were great talking to the audience.
So overall show, what do you give it?
Fucking 10, bro.
Okay.
Loved it.
The venue? It's a new stadium, a new arena.
It was really nice.
Clean?
Yes. It was. I'd give the venue, because it's Moose Jaw, an 8.
Yeah.
But no, it was a beautiful, beautiful place.
Good location. Got out.
Oh yeah. Fuck, me and Kyle were in and out super easy, super quick. So yeah, it was really, really good.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
So that started off your weekend.
Yeah, that started off Thursday. Hung out, did a whole lot of nothing. Went and picked up my kid that night. Had her for the Easter weekend. We hung out. We played a ton. My sister and my mom came on Saturday because my sister had the concert.
Right.
So they stayed the night, and my family's really fucking awesome. Like, we went to Costco on Saturday.
Oh, did they bring mom bring baking or?
Oh yeah. I got my Rice Krispie cake.
Did she bring the treadmill?
No, the exercise bike?
Yes.
Yes, she did. She brought the exercise bike, and then I go to use it this morning, and the pedal breaks off. I don't know if that means I'm fat or it's just, whatever. So I looked at it, and I need a wrench so I can kind of wrench the fucking thing back on. So my mom's coming again this week, so I'll just tell her to bring a wrench set for my brothers.
So you head up to Costco.
Head up to Costco, and they spoiled my kid, which is always awesome. So we drop off my sister Saturday night. Mom's like, what do you want to do for supper? I'm like, oh, fuck, I don't know. We had pizza last night. Whatever, we can just make something at the house. And she's like, well, I kind of want Five Guys burgers and fries. I'm like, fuck, I'm always down for that. I'm like, I don't know if my 7-year-old can handle a Five Guys or not. And I didn't know they had a, quote-unquote, little burger.
Yeah.
So my mom tells me they have a little burger. I'm like, well, fuck it, let's go. So we go get that. We come home. We have supper and watch the movie Frozen, which I enjoyed. I thought it was funny.
I hear good things.
Too many songs.
It's Disney.
Yeah. But my kid crushed her little cheeseburger that she had, which I was blown away. She always good at eat her meal, but that's a big burger. Like, even though it's just a single patty, it's pretty thick. So she crushed that. She slept for 11 hours that night.
Wow.
I was like, fuck, are you breathing? Like, oh, fuck, I'm getting worried because she's usually, with me on the weekend, she's at the latest in bed by 10, and then she's up at like 6.
Wow.
So we were worried. Then she slept so long and she was kind of just out of it. She totally forgot it was Easter. Totally forgot the Easter Bunny came and left stuff, and my mom had to point it out. She's like, hey, buddy, the Easter Bunny came, and my kid's like, holy crap, yeah. So we had a great time. We always do. My mom brought me homemade cinnamon buns, got Rice Krispie cake.
Wow.
I got some stuff from Costco because they were there, and she's like, what do you need? I'm like, oh.
Everything?
Basically, actually, what I got was some multivitamins.
Oh.
The gummy kind.
Nice.
A big bag of sour soothers, the jumbo ones. As you heard, I ate them before.
Yes.
Twice on this weekend, I was asked by just 2 random people what religion I was because I have a beard. They said, what religion are you? And they do the beard motion with their hand. Like, what? No, my face is cold. That's it. Oh, okay. I thought it was religious. I was like, no. I'm gonna start. If they keep asking, I'm just gonna be like, I'm fucking awesome. That's all you need to know. It kind of made me. I don't like. I'm whatever. People's religions are yours, and have at her, buddy. But I thought that was a little invasive for some reason. Even though I don't really have. I don't know what I believe and what I don't believe. But I was just like, well, that's kind of weird, Mr. SO man. I just want to pay for my gas.
I'm Amish.
Yeah, like I didn't.
These electronics confuse me.
Yeah, it just caught me off guard. But twice. The first time I'm like, okay, whatever. The second time I'm like, oh, what the fuck is going on? Like,
They're onto it.
Yeah, I guess, right? So yeah, that was my weekend. I feel I'm leaving something out, but if I think of it, I'll come to it after the break here.
Boom. Let's do it.
That's Stetts. I'm ScottyVia. Follow me on Twitter at ScottyVia because I haven't plugged that yet.
No, you forgot the trifecta.
I know. I was just excited because I had a lot of energy.
Insert here.
We'll be right back right after these words.
I'm a brainless sales associate who gets by because I've got a great rack. With Wing It software, my presentations are 99% fluff and no substance.
Nothing says success in the business world like a slideshow. Nothing says, I know what I'm talking about, than the ability to break down a complex idea into 3 simple points per slide. Order a copy of Wing It today. Wing It presentation software, a 720-degree revolution in business practice every day since 1997. It's a revolution. Prepare to be revolted.
In this home, that is me. The dead are rolling over. In this hole, thickening, dirt shoveled over shoulders. I feel it in me, so overwhelmed. All this pressure's in a rising. My life overturned, what dare the despair. All these scars keep ripping you back. Feel me from the skin, tear me from the rain. Does it make you happy now? Tear me from the bone, tear me from myself. Are you feeling happy now?
Welcome back to the Nightmare, everybody. I'm ScottyVia. Follow me on Twitter at ScottyVia. Again, Stetts is here. Thanks for holding over the break, pal.
Oh, you know.
Gary's not with us this week. He will be back next week. We love you, buddy.
Yep.
So, Corey, how do you finger a girl? Let me explain. I was talking to a guy at work, and I don't know how we got on the topic, but we broke it down to basically two hand poses. I don't know. The gun, which is your pointing finger and your middle finger, or the bowler, your middle finger and your ring finger. Now,
Good thing Gare's not.
yeah, he'd be not comfortable, and he wouldn't answer these questions.
No, well, I don't know that I will, but
Yeah, you're gonna. Now, I have always been the bowler, the two middle fingers, when I finger blast a chick. I was thinking about it, and
wow.
I think that's because when I watched porno before I ever fucked, that's what I always saw. They always use the bowler, as we call it. It threw me off when the chick that I was with, the first chick that I was with, when she used the gun technique, the pointing finger and the middle finger. I was like, that doesn't look sexy. It looks like you're digging for something. It just really threw me off. But apparently, and through experience, a lot of chicks use that technique. I assume some dudes do too, but I've never been a fan of the gun. I've always been a bowler. I've never had any complaints, but I wonder what is best for the women. Obviously, every woman's different, but at ScottyVia on Twitter, if you have a favorite technique, the gun or the bowler. Try to keep it together, Stats. Come on. If you have a favorite technique, the gun or the bowler, I would like to hear it and why. Why you like that technique over the other. Now, getting to you. Do you have a preference the way you do it? Or do you just whatever happens, and don't say that because that's a cop-out. Do you do the gun or do you do the bowler?
I will say this. If I should ever find myself fortunate enough to be in a situation that warrants pleasing someone,
Finger blasting. I'll say it, finger blasting.
I am very open to suggestion because, I want the recipient to enjoy the experience.
You bring home a chick from the bar, you're both drunk, and you just start fingering her. What do you use? What's your go-to? What's just natural?
I
The
don't
bowler or the gun?
I don't know that I would do that. I think I'd be right into the action.
Finger blasting a chick a little bit before, like just to get it, going? Come on, I know you are.
If I'm coming home from the bar,
With a chick,
I've got one thing on my mind.
straight fucking, but usually with disrobing, you're making out, you're drunk making out, your hands are down her pants, you're DJ diddling her deal, and your finger, you're the bowler or the gun, buddy.
I don't know the answer to that because I've never really thought of what I do. I've never broken it down to a technique. I mean, everybody's got a move, I'm assuming.
It's usually just whatever's natural, right? Like you just do whatever.
Yeah, just whatever the moment calls for.
I'm a bowler.
Yeah?
Yeah. If I'm laying on my side and she's laying on her side and we're kind of facing each other, making out, she's yanking on my dong, and I'm finger blasting her, sometimes I will go to the gun technique just based on angles. But I like to make sure that I have my thumb free so I could DJ diddle that clit. Do one of those. But the bowler is much more comfortable for me. Plus, it's kind of like, I don't know why, but if I'm doing the bowler, then that means my pointing finger and my pinky finger are free to kind of almost grab the ass a little bit. Not obviously much, but it's touching the ass, and that's hot too. And again, my thumb is on the clit, so I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of the bowler, but I've noticed, and I've been with some chicks that do the gun technique on themselves. And when I was younger, it took me a while to get used to that. I thought it was weird. I'm like, no, man, that again, it looks like you're digging for something up there.
So what's your preference when they do it to you?
Corey, come on. I can honestly say, and I fucking don't like this, I can honestly say I've had chicks say, can I finger your ass?
Wow.
Yes. And I say no immediately. I've never thought about it. I've never wanted it. I've never
What if you're missing out on
wondered.
something great?
I'm okay with that. I'm legitimately okay with not having anybody put anything in or around my ass.
You're missing out on some mind-blowing experience.
I'm okay. I'm okay. If I have titties in my face, my mind's already blown. I'm happy. I love titties. I just know. I can't fucking do it. I won't do it. I refuse to do it. That's not a sexual area for me at all.
Okay.
I just thought that was weird. And more than one chick has asked me that. I'm like,
You're
"What?
stifled.
No. I don't want to do it. No.
Maybe they're reading something. Maybe it's your religion.
It's weird. But no, when it comes to fingering a chick,
That's you go bowler.
I rock the bowler. I rock the bowler.
I'll tell you what. If I ever find myself lucky enough to find that
The
situation,
next time you're finger blasting,
I'm gonna
take a note. I'm not saying take a picture. Just take a note.
Yeah, I won't Instagram it. I'll Snapchat maybe.
Okay, yes, perfect,
Yep.
perfect.
I'll tweet it out. Hashtag bowler. Hashtag oh shit.
Hashtag the nightmare, thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just thought it was an interesting topic.
That's definitely an interesting topic.
If I'm head level with the puss, like if I'm licking a chick's clit and I'm fingering her at the same time, I'm also doing the bowler.
Okay.
It's, yeah, I yeah.
Multifaceted.
Yeah, right?
Pleasing.
I like it. I like doing it.
Oh, well, there you go.
I like doing it, okay?
People always like someone that enjoys their job.
Yeah, and I love my job. But yeah, no, it's an interesting, again.
When dining at the Y.
Yeah. Ladies, if you have a preference and why you have said preference, tweet me at ScottyVia. I want to know. I'm going to try and get the show up on YouTube. Put the comments there if you want. If you want to just DM me because you want to remain a private person but loves getting finger blasted a certain way, that's perfectly fine as well. Just, whatever. Just let me know. I'd love the feedback.
Don't
love
listen
the
to this with grandma around.
Don't listen to this with the grams around or your moms or your aunties. So yeah, I thought it was an interesting topic.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
I think chicks like being finger blasted the bowling way.
I'm sure they like.
Here's the
being
thing too.
Pleased.
I mean, basically, the pointing finger and the ring finger are almost the same length for most people. But for my situation, the ring finger is longer than the pointing finger. So you're trying to get in there somewhat deep. You're also trying to fiddle diddle the top of the vagina, the soft cushy part.
But not every two women are built the same.
That's true. That's why I need feedback.
So maybe the level of depth matters.
Maybe the gun. I don't know. The gun is too much. Look, when you do the gun, Corey, look.
I'm watching the visual.
When you do the gun, you have two fingers cramped down here, right? You got them bent back, like almost like as if you're making a half fist.
That's like your nutsack then, kind of. So maybe that's more pleasurable because of that feeling.
Maybe. But it cramps the hand. It cramps the hand. When you got the bowler, you're basically doing like the metal, like the devil horns, right? The two fingers are up or are spread out. So, well, that's the shocker, Corey. That's the shocker. Now, he's showing me that shocker, this son of a bee.
Wow.
I'm just saying, when it comes to between the gun and the bowler, I'm also going to choose the bowler because I think that's less cramping on the fingers and the side of the hand. The gun, if you're finger blasting for a while, you've got your two fingers bent down, they're jammed up a bit. I mean, yeah, it probably hits the taint/butthole area and might feel good for the chick. Maybe they like that. It's almost like being punched in the taint. But I think it would cramp my hand a little bit quicker than the bowler.
Interesting.
It is interesting. That's ScottyVia.
I'm sure there's a study about that, some kind of scientific journal.
If there isn't, this show is the study. You're welcome. You're welcome.
I can't wait until Eazy-E listens to this.
His feedback is amazing. I really, really enjoy it.
Yeah,
I really enjoy it. I know he's got his shit protected because he's an important person with his job and everything. So I understand that. But I want to retweet so much of it sometimes. It's just great. It's fun. Thanks for listening, Eric. I really appreciate it.
If he wants you to believe that he's an important person where he works, I can
I don't
reaffirm you.
I love this show. I really do.
Yeah.
I really love this show. The gun or the bowler?
I'm just flabbergasted over here.
Fella, let's wrap this up. This has been a great show. We missed Gary, but we had fun. Did we not have fun, Stetts?
Tons of fun. I'm laughing. I burned so many calories laughing here.
Excellent. You could probably burn a lot of calories finger blasting a girl, too.
Oh, but what if I get the carpal tunnel, though?
I think that's worth it. I think that's worth the risk.
I don't know, these delicate typing hands.
We're going to talk after this. Big boy to little boy. Yeah! I don't know. Let's just fucking wrap it up, buddy.
Let's do it. Let's get out of here.
Thanks again for listening this week. Thanks Avenged Sevenfold for coming to anywhere close to me. That show fucking rocked, bro. A lot of yelling.
Kick some ass, it hurt.
Yeah! Ooh, yeah! A lot of that shit. A lot of Metallica. Ooh, yeah! Metallica, yeah! I got my kids saying that. It's great. She loves it.
Does she know what Napster and being sued is?
She will when she gets a money. Stats, thanks again, brother.
It's blast.
I'm ScottyVia. You have been listening, and thank you for listening to The Nightmare.